Hi there, this is Shinjini from moderngypsy.in, and today I'm going to paint this particular page from my travel art journal. So this page is kind of a collaboration between me and my sister, and these marks that you can see, this yellow here and a little bit of the yellow, I'm not sure if it's picking up on the camera, but there's a little bit of yellow peeking out through this blue, and some of this red. This is something that my sister did, and then some of those fingerprints are mine, and I just came in and put in a swipe of blue paint and added in some collage paper. This particular page was done by my 4-year-old niece. She painted this completely red, swiped some white paint over it, but then put in this little diamond cutout here. But then I removed that, added a bit of this blue and some of this blue, and I'm still trying to figure out really what to do with this page because that's just so much of red. So I think I'm going to start with this, and maybe I will also film this when I do it and share it in another video. But for today, we're going to focus on this page. So I hope that you will join me at the painty table and watch as I build up these layers and this page, and then I hope that you will go and have a little bit of a play in your own journals. And if you're traveling or meeting family or even friends, I'd like to encourage you actually to carry your journals with you and invite your people to paint with you, to add their own marks to your page. It just adds this beautiful shared memory. It creates these little bridges between you and your loved ones, having their hands and their marks on your page, even if they get covered up or just if some of them peek through. You know that they're there. You know that this was a shared thing, a shared activity that you did together. You have a bit of your loved ones' paint marks. Like, I'm going to try and keep as much of this as I can because that's something that my sister did. But even if I lose some of it, it's all right. I know it's there. It's going to add to the texture on this page, and it's just a memory that I now have, forever. The two of us sitting down together at the kitchen table and painting, along with her daughter. So yeah, paint with the people that you love. Get them to make some marks, make a bit of a mess in your art journal, and you can always kind of create this sort of collaborative painting is what I call it, and have this little memory and this treasure to remember forever. So I'm just going to set this to some music. You can watch me as I build up these layers and build up this page. I'm thinking of doing something a bit abstract, a bit wild, with maybe some botanicals. I'm just in a botanical phase, I guess. And they look lovely, right? On a really nicely, heavily marked up page. A little flower or a stem. Just that one bold focal point of a botanical. I think that looks great. So as you can see, this page has something like that, right? This focal point against this really vibrant, crazy, abstract background, and I really am enjoying this right now. The freedom of being a little wild and free and loose, and just throwing down paint and then kind of getting this page together and having that focal with the botanical is a lot of fun for me right now. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna speed this up a bit so that you're not kind of sitting here forever watching me paint. But I really encourage you to watch, to get some ideas, and then to go have a play in your own journal and create some lovely art. And if you can involve friends or family in your art journal, get them to make some marks with you, that's gonna be really awesome too. So there are a couple of different things that you can do with friends or with family. You can either get them to paint directly into your journal, the way I did with my sister. So just let them have some fun with your paints, with your art supplies. Maybe you can, if they're not really into art or they don't do much art, you can give them some ideas. You can demonstrate how some of your materials are used, and if they are adventurous enough or up for some fun, then just let them paint in your journal and kind of see what happens and see how you can add to the marks that they make. Another interesting idea is to actually work together on some collage papers. So collage papers can be a lot easier to do with people who are not into art really, because you can do just some marks. I think almost everybody doodles, even if they don't paint or even if they think they're not creative. Almost everyone doodles, right? So maybe you can ask them to do some doodles, you can make some dash marks, maybe you can just ask them to write something, and if they don't know what to write, maybe they can put in some ideas would be their favorite quotes, lines from favorite songs or poems, or maybe just something that they say very often, some little sayings that they kind of live by. You can just ask them to write them down for you, either straight into your art journal or on a different piece of paper, and then you can stick that into your journal. And I think that would be really amazing too, because then you'd have their writing something that is one, uniquely theirs, and a saying that is really close to them, and that is a really beautiful memory to have captured in your own journals. So that's another idea. The other thing you could try is perhaps doing something together, like making little focal pieces, so like the botanicals. Maybe that's something that they'd be interested in drawing along with you, because they're pretty simple, they're not very complicated, and I think almost anyone can do them. Another thing you can try is vegetable stamping, because that's always a lot of fun for everybody who does it, and there's no real technical knowledge that they need, right? All you need is some pieces of vegetables, some paint and paper, and then you can just get stamping, and that's a lot of fun. And then you can put those into your journal pages, and those will be things that you've worked on together. They will be memories that you will be able to cherish every time that you look back at your pages. So I hope that some of these ideas spark something for you, and that you can really get together with your loved ones and your family and create a shared spread together. Um, so yeah, thanks for joining me on my painty table. Thank you for watching this process, and I really hope that you're going to be able to give this a try the next time you're meeting with friends or with family, or you have family visiting. I think this is a great thing to do, especially also with the young people in your life. Like I did it with my niece who's 4 years old. She really loves to come in and paint and play with some of my art supplies, and especially with some of my brushes, like the catalyst wedge and the catalyst blade. She really loves playing with those. So it's a lot of fun to introduce little ones to some of your supplies and to just let them have some fun in your journal. Even if you end up with a page that's completely red and then you're scratching your head wondering what to do, I'm sure you'll be able to figure something out. I'm sure I'll be able to figure something out, and I'll be sure to record that page when I work on it and share it with you so that you can see how it turned out. So that's almost the end of this spread, and I really love how it's turned out. I love that I was able to keep some of the marks that my sister made, add a lot of my own, be really nice and messy, and create this lovely little spread in my journal page. So thanks for joining me, and if you enjoyed this video, please do hit like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, or sign up for Studio Diaries to receive weekly emails from my studio.